Hey guys, welcome back to another stamp video. This is Silver Helm Coins and Collectibles. Welcome, thank you for joining in. Today I'm just going to make a brief overview of the way that I store my stamps and the storage method that I recommend for storing stamp collections. It is worthy to note that previously you could be able to mount them with hinges. You can still do that, although I don't prefer using hinges, as I believe they can damage the back of the stamps. So the method that I currently use is that of a hardcover stamp album. And you can see this red one, rather large. I have to make sure that the outside is quite hard. This will keep the stamp safe. And if we just look at this specific one, it is made by Flying Eagle. And the thing you want to notice on the inside of stamps or of a stamp album is these rows. These aren't completely stuck on, so they have space for you to slide in your stamps per row. And then you also have space on the sides where you can basically label your inventory. So like the row, this is row number, let's say 20, 21, 22. And this helps to keep track of your stamp collection. So that's one of the albums that I have. This one in particular, if we look through it, there is 24 usable pages that you can store stamps, so that's a lot of space. Yeah, this one I haven't filmed. I did buy it with the previous one that I will show next, but you just want to make sure that it's nice and firm cardboard, and that these are not torn at the sides. Otherwise you can just stick them with a bit of sellotape. That's also a DIY to fix your album. But this one, as stated, has 24 usable pages. So that ought to give you some space to work with in a stamp collection. This one is, as mentioned, it is still empty. In the grand scheme of things, I'm looking at having 4 separate albums. One for a general worldwide stamp collection, one for a bird thematic stamp collection, another for a insect thematic stamp collection, and then lastly, this is a good tip, you need to have a separate album to store your duplicates, because your duplicates you can take to philately clubs, you can maybe trade them out. That's something I also want to do in the future, is build a community around trading duplicates with other stamp collectors. So this one was empty. I just showed it to you guys now. The next one I will do is in fact my favorite, and the one that you will see in most of my videos, and that is the vintage green ideal stamp album. This one is vintage. It was made in West Germany. Same thing, needs to be hard on the outside. And the main stamp collection I have at the moment is contained in this album. So if you can get yourselves a vintage album, even better. That adds to the whole collector aspect of it. And I'm just going to show what this one looks like on the inside. First difference compared to the previous one, it has these kind of soft sheets in between pages that keeps the stamps from touching one another or such, and it just adds an extra layer of protection. So if you can get an album with one of these page dividers, that is a bonus. And then the exact same as the previous one, you have rows where you can slide your stamps into. So this, again, you can mark your inventory with the rows. You can put the country dividers. That's just something I printed recently, is to just cut out a little printable and place that so I can know that the stamps following this come from Österreich, which is Austria. So this one, just go to the next page. You'll notice there's the protector again. And this one, as we're going through it, you can just see I have sorted the main collection basically in this album. It is as of recently, it's my favorite album, just because it has that vintage aspect, and it was one of the first ones that I actually purchased for my collection. So this one has 32 usable pages. Again, plenty of space to use. You can really grow your collection. But what I want to do is, as that, I want to get about 4 albums, use them, and then have 4 of them separate. So thank you guys for watching. That's my preferred method of storing stamps, is in a hardcover album. So this can be vintage, or it can be like the red one that I show, which is a more modern made album. But that is essentially the method I use to store stamps. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this content, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.